Breaking news. Putin's forces fire missiles at Cherniv, killing 7 people and injuring 90 more. According to Ukrainian officials, 7 people were killed and 90 others were injured in a Russian missile strike on the city of Cherniv in the country's north. People were on their way to church to celebrate a religious holiday when the strike hit a central square in the historical city, located about 144 kilometers, 92 miles, northeast of the capital, Kyiv. Among the dead were children and police officers. Mr. Zelensky, who is currently in Sweden, confirmed the news on Saturday. It was an ordinary Saturday, which Russia turned into a day of pain and loss, he wrote on the Telegram messaging service. Earlier, Kyiv claimed to have shot down 15 Russian drones that had been attacking sites across Ukraine during the previous night. The Ukrainian Air Force has claimed that Vladimir Putin's forces have been using Iranian-made Shahed drones to attack central, northern, and western Ukrainian territory. Ukraine reported launching 17 drones. It is unclear what happened to the other 2. The Interior Ministry reported on Saturday that 7 people, including a 6-year-old child, were killed and 90 were injured when a Russian missile hit a central square in the historic city of Cherniv in northern Ukraine. According to the ministry, many of the injured were on their way to church to celebrate a religious holiday, and among those killed were 12 children and 10 police officers. Our city of Chernihiv was struck by a Russian missile right in the middle of it. President Volodymyr Zelensky, on a working visit to Sweden, posted on Telegram, a square, the Polytechnic University, a theater. The day began as an ordinary Saturday, which Russia turned into a day of pain and loss, he said. After meeting with Swedish Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson on Saturday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky announced that talks had begun with Sweden about Ukraine potentially receiving Gripen jets to bolster its air defenses. While the United States has given the green light for Denmark and the Netherlands to send F-16 fighters to Ukraine, this is Zelensky's first visit to Sweden since Russia's invasion in February 2022, and the talks about obtaining Gripen jets, which he cast as preliminary. Zelensky said at a joint news briefing with Kristersson, "Today we discussed in detail the future steps regarding the possibility of opening the subject of receiving Swedish Gripens," adding that the subject would be central to his meetings with other Swedish officials. According to Hayden Vernon's reporting, footage purports to show the exact moment a drone attack occurred in Moscow. A building in Moscow's financial district was allegedly attacked, according to Russian officials. Social media footage purportedly showing an explosion near recognizable Moscow skyscrapers was later discredited. Expo Center debris fell from the sky after the drone was shot down by air defenses, according to Mayor Sergei Sobyanin. The attack was not confirmed by Ukraine, but Kyiv has never denied its involvement in previous attacks on Moscow. Take a look at the video. Wagner mercenaries, exiled from Russia after their mutinous march on Moscow, have recently been discovered in Belarus, causing new concerns in Ukraine and on NATO's eastern flank. Since dictator Alexander Lukashenko appeared to broker a last-minute deal with the Kremlin to defuse the brief mutiny on June 23 and host Wagner troops on Belarusian soil, the country's neighbors have been on high alert.